I'm Jim Gordon, and I'm here at the offices of the Richmond Sentinel to bring you an important segment on the 2022 municipal elections here in Richmond. We've invited all the candidates to share with you, our viewers, why they're running and who they are, and why they want to serve the city of Richmond. Every candidate that accepted our invitation will be given the opportunity to share their views. Get to know the candidates here in Richmond and make an educated decision before you vote. Now, let's get started. Our next candidate, a familiar face. He's been mayor of this fine city since 2001. We are welcoming Mayor Malcolm Brodie. Welcome, sir.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Good to interview you again, sir. As we're doing with everybody, let's talk a bit about your track record, which is a long one, but also what you want to focus on for your next term should you win.
Okay, let's talk about the background just a bit. I was a lawyer in the community. I ran for council successfully in 1996. It seems like a long time ago. And became the mayor in 2001. So it was, being a community volunteer really gave me a very good appreciation of what Richmond is all about and the people of our city. Since then, I have focused on being the mayor. And if you're the mayor of Richmond, you do a number of other things. We sit on the Metro Vancouver board, TransLink. I'm the chair of Municipal Finance Authority. I was the chair of the National Zero Waste Council. A number of different opportunities present themselves.
And with the, as we're asking everybody, with the topics of discussion that people are focused on, citizens in this city as well as other cities in the Lower Mainland, talk a bit about your ongoing work on sustainable, attainable, affordable housing.
That is probably the single most important topic these days. Even when you talk about people buying houses, the idea of affordability and, an average house is $1.5 million in Richmond these days. Affordability has a different context, but where the need is most urgent really is for people who don't have a home and they want to rent. So they've got jobs, but they don't have a lot of income. They need something that they can afford. So these days, out of every new development that is on the books, from the biggest development down to the smallest, we always get an affordable housing component to it. So for the big developments, you're getting 15% affordable rental housing and a further 15% for rental housing, market rentals. It's very important, and we're trying to make Richmond more affordable. Not that easy for a local government, but we're sure doing what we can.
One of the issues I discussed with you last year, I've talked to you a couple times over the last few years, is the growing concern everywhere in the Lower Mainland, including the city, on crime and safety. Again, you've been on the front line a long time. What do you see happening in your next term in that category? Well,
to set that up, I really have to go briefly to the past. We have really focused on community safety. Over the past 2 terms, we've added 91 RCMP officers, we've added 36 firefighters, and so those 2 facts alone, plus we opened the City Centre Community Police Office. We want to have one for Hamilton, and that's in the works. So we have really focused on community safety. So I think overall we are a relatively safe community, but community safety is one of those things. If someone is the victim of some kind of a crime, they don't feel safe. And so all your statistics go to the side and that person doesn't feel safe. So we've got to do everything we can to make sure that the community as a whole and every individual in it and all the businesses are safe.
Mayor of the city since 2001, over 20 years. Mayor Malcolm Brodie, he is running again as an independent. Mr. Mayor, thank you for stopping by and taking part in this interview.
It's a real pleasure.
And that does it for this edition of the Richmond Sentinel Spotlights on the candidates that are running in the next election, October 15th. Please educate yourself and vote on that day. For more details and if you want to see more videos, please go to the Richmond Sentinel website. It's richmondsentinel.ca.